Hey sailors, welcome back to Cruising as Crew. My name is Lucy and today I am going to be telling you what ship I am going on next. As most of you guys know, I do work for Virgin Voyages cruise line. I did go on P&O just before Christmas on P&O Avia, their brand new ship. And a lot of you thought that I was like jumping ship. Pardon the pun. Yes, I did plan that pun. But I'm here to tell you that I'm not. I am happy with Virgin Voyages. I intend to work on Virgin Voyages for the foreseeable future. I have no plans on changing. Another assumption is that I am going on the Resilient Lady because I started my Virgin Voyages career on the Scarlet Lady, their first ship, and then when they launched the Valiant Lady, I went there. So it would absolutely make sense that I was gonna go on the Resilient Lady. I was gonna continue the trend of going on their most recent cruise ship. But again, if that is something you assumed, you would be wrong. But that was actually the original plan. So when I went on the Valiant Lady in 2022, Resilient Lady was due to launch in July of 2022, I think, August. Anyway, so the plan was that I would do a few months on the Valiant Lady and then I would transfer over to the Resilient Lady to set it up and launch it. But anyway, the launch of the Resilient Lady got pushed back to this year, 2023, because it was just a little bit too ambitious to launch 2 cruise ships in such a short space of time. And I think Virgin were finding it hard to get enough crew for all 3 ships, because it's not just a case of getting enough people. Of course they could get enough people. It's having enough people who like know what they're doing and know the job. So they're like, well, we'd rather have 2 ships in operation who are doing a good job than launch a 3rd one and everything go to shit. So they pushed the launch back to this year, which meant that I obviously did a full contract on the Valiant Lady because there wasn't another ship for me to transfer to. Now, because I have been with the company since 2019, I'm one of, you know, amongst the most experienced crew members they have, I have now got a say in what cruise ship I go on. So if I wanted to go on Resilient Lady, I could go on Resilient Lady. And to be honest, the itinerary for the Resilient Lady looks absolutely insane. So part of me is like, maybe I should go. But that's not what I've chosen. And the reason I've chosen not to go on the Resilient Lady is because as exciting as setting up a ship and launching a ship is, it is exhausting. It is absolutely exhausting. Firstly, when you get onto the ship, it is a skeleton. So that means like the carpet's in, the walls are painted. For example, the bars have no drinks, have no alcohol or glasses behind them. The coffee shop has no coffee or syrups in them. The shops have no shelves, they have no stock in them. You guys watched me do it on Valiant. When I got on Valiant, it was a skeleton. And you watched me and Freddie set up the sunglasses shop and it was like, oh my god, it was mind-boggling, honestly. And this obviously takes up a lot of time, which means that you are going to be working every single day until that ship is set up. So like on Valiant, we worked 12-hour days every day for I think it was 3 weeks. And then we launched the ship, which is another exhausting but exciting feat in itself. Whereas if I go on a ship which has already been set up, it is fully operational, it already has sailors on board, I just have to do my job, which is I work 10 till 10 on a sea day and I work like 7 till 11 on a port day, and I get the whole day off while we're in port. And I have set up 3 ships now. I set up the Scarlet Lady in 2020. And then literally the day that we had finished setting it up, we got told that we were all being sent home because of the pandemic. So we then had to then had to take it all back down. It was the most heartbreaking thing I've ever done. So then when we came back in 2021, we had to set up the Scarlet Lady again. And then obviously I went to Valiant Lady and set that ship up. So you know what, I've done 3 cruise ship setups. I've ticked it off, I've done it. I know what it's about. And I know that I don't want to do it again if it can be helped. And also, working in a sales-driven department, we earn commission, and commission can really make or break your salary at the end of the month. Now, if you're on a fully operational ship, you're making sales because there's people on board to sell to, which means you're probably going to hit target, which means you're going to get good commission and you get paid loads. Whereas if you are setting up a ship, there's no one on board. So there's no one to sell to. So there's no targets, which means there's no commission. So you're getting the basic salary, but you're working 12 hours a day every day. It just makes no sense. It did at the start when I was excited about launching all of the ships and being part of the fabric of Virgin Voyages, but now I'm just like, you know what, I really don't need this. I need to get paid for the least amount of work. And also, I was happy to go to Valiant after Scarlet, even though I wasn't too psyched about doing another setup. All of my friends that I had made were going to Valiant, so I was like, I am willing to work my arse off for 3 weeks setting up a ship if it means that I get to have another contract with these incredible people. And I did, and I did, and I don't regret it. But now, because there's 3 ships, everyone's like separating, which is natural, and but it is a shame. It's like a third of the team are going to go to Resilient, a third are going to Scarlet, a third are going to stay on Valiant. So it doesn't matter what ship I go on, I'm going to see people that I'm friends with, but they're just not all going to be there. So with that being said, the cruise ship I am going on to next is the Scarlet Lady, and I am so excited about it. As you guys know, if you've been watching for a while, I had an amazing first contract on the Scarlet Lady. And the reason for choosing Scarlet is simply, didn't want to go on Resilient because of the reasons I've just said. I've just come off the Valiant Lady. I just wanted a change. And also the Valiant, like, it was an amazing contract for so many reasons, but it was also quite hard. And I just have really good memories on Scarlet. So I'm like, you know what, let's go back to Scarlet. Let's do that again. And as I said, a few of the friends that I've made over my time on Virgin are going to be on Scarlet. I mean, they would be on any ship, but yeah, it's just going to be really good, and I'm really excited. If you guys are going to cruise on the Scarlet Lady, or you are going to work on the Scarlet Lady, I will see you there. I'll be there in about a week because I just have really good memories, and but I hope it lives up to expectation. Like, I've obviously built up an expectation of my contract on the Scarlet Lady because of the previous one I had. So I just hope this one lives up. But you know what? I'm manifesting it. I'm sure it will. It's going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to have a great time. And also this itinerary that Scarlet's doing is, I mean, it's not the most exciting for crew members, because obviously being on a ship for 6 months, if you're doing the same ports every 2 weeks, which Scarlet is, that's going to get a bit repetitive. But I'm going to be in the sun for 6 months. As you guys know, I love the sun. I am a sun worshipper, so happy days. And also I'm hoping that it's going to be a good itinerary to save money, because it's a lot of beaches. You can't really spend your money on a beach. So, apart from Miami, that's really the only port there is to spend like a significant amount of money in. I mean, I'm sure I'll find a way to spend the money. But anyway, please let me know in the comments if you are going on the Scarlet Lady for a cruise, or if you are going to work on the Scarlet Lady and we're gonna meet. And I'm sorry that it's taken me this long to answer it. You guys have been asking me this question literally since I've got home, but I had to choose. So I didn't really know up until a few weeks ago. But now we all know that I'm going on the Scarlet Lady. But anyway, have a fantastic rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching, and as always guys, I'll see you in the next video.